Hello and welcome to Jim's weekly update. You're receiving this video because you've attended one of my recent live events, and as a follow-up to that I go over each week on where we're going to pull the trigger and on what different system. If what you're about to see doesn't make any sense to you, then you maybe need to go back and watch the recording of the event you attended. Any questions at all, email info@themidaslegacy.com. Here's where we're going to go over the retirement hack system, or the $250,000 thing. And also we're going to look at the shorting the housing market, or playing the housing market any way we want to, using ETFs with the remote control riches system. And also, of course, individual stock trades cherry picked from my own selections, where we're going to update, give new picks and so on. So this is a great benefit that comes with the live event you've come with. So make sure though, if you don't know what I'm speaking about, you go back and look, especially the part on execution of any trades, or how to look at the chart that I'm going to be showing you. None of it at all is going to make any sense unless you've watched that. That being said, let's kick off with this week's weekly update. So welcome to another update after the market closed on the 1st of March 2024. So as always, we start off with the S&P 500, and it's still in silly town, and it may well be there for another week or so, but there's no way that the S&P 500 acts like this and just hangs up there. What gives it perspective, of course, is, as I explained in the initial video, is this blue line here, which is our moving average. And it can't get too far from that, either up or down. It will correct to the average here eventually. So it's not there yet. But let's not forget that the retirement hack codes, the money on demand system, made this a buy way back then in November, and it's shot up ever since. So that's a great testimony to the system itself. And the second part of the system, of course, is we're waiting for those instant money payouts. And what we need to happen for that is the market to get come to correct and down here, and that's what makes those payouts available, as well as giving a second bite of the cherry for the next thing. This is obviously a bull market, and that's what the system did. Says there's a brand new bull market, but things don't go up or down in straight lines, as you can see here. They kind of bounce around a bit. So the next thing we're waiting for is a healthy correction within the bull market. That is no doubt underway. My system said it was since last November. But you can't have things like this with the Dow Jones, which is like usually a sleepy 100 stock steady eddy index behaving like a penny stock. It just doesn't last, and it won't. And the Nasdaq, of course, is the leader of the pack. But really the whole thing has been driven by a few key stocks here. So that again is an unsustainable situation that has to have a healthy correction within the bull market. And real estate is, by comparison, here's what shows you what's really going with real estate. If you can see, the market is going crazy, but what's real estate doing then? Here you go. Here's what real estate's doing. It looks a completely opposite picture. It's sort of down here in the doldrums. Okay, it's not as bad as it was, but as you can see, the market is not on the side of real estate. It's doing well in stocks. The two are not connected. So for the short side, shorting the real estate market, everything has been going really according to plan, but everything gets pushed upwards when stocks go up. So that's fancy. So the shadow dollar, the ETF for Bitcoin, GBTC, has also gone crazy. When I first spoke about this in early December last year, about there, it's shot up ever since. So that's another great, like the stock market, testament to the system. But eventually, of course, just the same as anything else, things have to come back down to earth, if a little bit temporarily. We saw this happen here, and it's going to happen again. But yeah, things have gone absolutely ballistic there also. So good that some money's been made on the upside for the lump sum, and then those instant money payouts. Again, we're waiting for those. Waiting for that correction here. Checking up on individual stock trades. The one we had open recently was PLTR, and that was recommended here at 16. Shot up ever since. That one is still a hold. Very nice entry point there. There's another one I'm looking at here, which is ITRM. This is a buy right here around 125 to 130 in that region, with a nice tight stop loss there at 1.15. So that's a good buy there with a really nice stop loss, tight one there. I don't want to get too crazy buying stocks right now though, because as I said, this market needs to come down, and when it comes down, it brings everything with it. So patience is required. Meanwhile, making some good money with other things. I will speak to you next time.